Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. It's hard enough to play on the road in this league as it is. But to start on the road with a fumble on the opening kickoff, just not the precedent you obviously want to set.
Not at all. And now it's just words because they've talked about it all week. From the time they start game planning for this one, remember, going into hostile territory, we have to set the tone right in the beginning, and they do the exact opposite.
From the 21, here's second down and 8.
Yeah! There we go! That's 26.
They go again with blue. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cowboys are on the board first here this afternoon. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And it's now a 7-0 game. Seven 0 is our score. Ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. On play action, they'll throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Third and 4. They'll look to throw here. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. They start the drive with a give to Blue. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. And you look at the Saints defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
2nd and 9 from the 44.
Yeah, here we go. 26.
Here's Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. This defense for the Saints, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 49 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt. For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
He's already scored once. He definitely had his eyes wide open trying to get in there a second time, but I thought that was a really nice play defensively to deny him.
Yeah, it was. As you said, keeping him away from his second first-quarter touchdown there. They'll try again. And this time he is in for a Cowboy touchdown. Aubrey now for the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first-quarter lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that
rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Well, if the goal is to get back into this game, the offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
Finding Taysom Hill complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A nice throw right there. And, Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. You look at this Cowboy defense, currently number 1 in the NFL against the run.
And that's a ranking that feels good, right? To be number 1 and be the top of your profession. But here's the problem. It's only week 1.
1 week, yeah.
Can they do it 15 more times? If so, then we really got something to talk about.
That's the challenge. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Marquise Bell. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it as we resume action. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he's across the 45. It'll be second down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 43. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Osa Odighizuwa with the effort there to earn the sack. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterward,
Prescott down. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And nothing to speak of there after the catch as they get him right to the ground at the 37. First catch so far by Pickens. It's good for a 1st down.
Yeah, there we go.
On play action, Prescott out to his left. Finding Pickens for another catch. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
And every time I see one of these plays occur, I always think to myself, it takes a quarterback not only with a strong arm, sometimes with great mechanics, great footwork, obviously good vision, and sometimes just one of those to complete this type of a pass. Back against the grain, all the way across field, and sometimes you catch the defense just not believing you can make that throw.
On first down, it's Blue. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's got this to Pickens. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 16. Give them 18 on the play.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Prescott. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Yeah, here we go. What do you think? Where do you think? What do you think?
Here's Prescott. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Brian Brzee coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9.
At the 27-yard line.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Toss play to the right to Blue. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 61 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run facing 2nd and that long, and that element of surprise, I think, helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like 2nd and impossible, now has him within throwing range of a first down.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Yeah, here we go.
Out of the gun, they run with Blue. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
They'll try and run again with Blue. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Prescott to throw it. That's to Schoonmaker, the tight end. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Kill.
That's another Cowboys.
Handoff, Blue running right. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be second and goal.
That's good hard running right there on first and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
From the 2 now, second and goal. He'll try again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
It's now third and goal.
Now they'll toss it here to Blue. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Aubrey now for the PAT. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
Exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
The lessons will continue. This rookie, he's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Able to, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They'll drop to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 43 yards. And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Extra point up and good by Folk. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a good return, but he pays the price at the end of it as he's picked up and thrown down. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
That's Demario Davis navigating his way into the backfield for a tackle for loss. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now Blue trying the right side. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
2nd and 11. Now a shotgun handoff. Blue. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 110 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
Yeah, here we go.
They run it again with Williams. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
26.
On the give, this is Blue. Down right around the 25. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And it's caught, the tight end Hill. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Back to throw again. This one deep for Wilson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for the Cowboys, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they will fall